We're entering the period of NBA offseason when news breaks much less frequently and we go longer stretches without anything notable happening in the basketball world, but that doesn't mean that all of the excitement is over. Sure, most of the big signings have already happened and been made, and there have also been quite a few big name trades that have gone down, but teams are still talking on a regular basis about what they can do to improve themselves, and there should still be some big moves made coming on the horizon. This is exactly what Bleacher Report hypothesized with one of their most recent articles where they proposed some NBA trades that they believe will still be going down this summer. And as always, I'm here to analyze these proposals, in which I will discuss whether or not I think these trades are realistic, why or why not each team would want to do it, and who would come out as a winner if it were to go down. Plus, if you want to read the actual article itself, that will be linked in the description of the video. Before we start though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. The first trade proposal from the article we'll be going over today is between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans, and in it the Pelicans receive Kevin Durant in exchange for Brandon Ingram, Devontae Graham, a 2023 first-round pick, a 2025 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick. Kevin Durant dominated headlines a few weeks ago when it got reported that he officially submitted a trade request, but ever since then, things have calmed down on that front. The Nets have made it very clear that their asking price for Durant is extremely high, and honestly rightfully so, as Durant is one of the best players in the NBA and is still signed to a long-term contract. They've said that they want an all-star talent along with considerable draft capital, and not many teams have the ability to offer that, which is why the market has cooled off. This, however, is why the Pelicans are such an intriguing potential destination for him, because as we see in this hypothetical offer, they tick all of those boxes necessary. The Pelicans just signed Zion Williamson to a long-term contract extension, and they traded for CJ McCollum last season, so they're clearly ready to compete right now. And while giving up Brandon Ingram may initially sting, being able to pair Kevin Durant with those two would absolutely make them one of the most talented trios in the Western Conference. Brandon Ingram is probably the best player available to be traded for in the Kevin Durant sweepstakes because of an obscure clause that has ruled out most of the other young stars in the league. But with how the trade market has gone in the past, the Pelicans may need to add a little bit more to sweeten the offer. Otherwise, I actually really like this because the Nets would also still be able to contend for the playoffs while the Pelicans can speed up their window for title contention. The next proposal from the article we'll be going over is between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets, and in it the Nets receive Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, and a 2026 first-round pick in exchange for Kyrie Irving and Joe Harris. This is one variation of the deal that many people have been waiting for this summer, and honestly, at one point I too was one of the people that thought it would happen, but now I've shifted to the other side, and I really don't think it gets done. Russell Westbrook's value, to put it simply, has tanked after the season he just had, and while Kyrie Irving has had his own fair share of distractions, he's still far and away the better basketball player at this point in time. The Nets are not interested in acquiring Westbrook. They've made that very clear, and the Lakers don't have enough additional assets and sweeteners to make their offer more worthwhile. Kendrick Nunn hasn't played basketball in over a year, and one first-round pick doesn't balance things out at all. Then we get to the fact that Joe Harris somehow also got snuck into this deal as well, who is a reliable perimeter shooting threat that knocks down threes efficiently at high volume, and we realize that this offer is even more unbalanced. I know the potential of having a Kyrie Irving and LeBron James reunion in Los Angeles is exciting for fans, but the reality is that a Russell Westbrook swap for him just is not going to happen. The next proposed trade in the article is between the New York Knicks and the Utah Jazz, and in it the Knicks receive Donovan Mitchell in exchange for Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, a 2023 first-round pick, another 2023 first-round pick, a 2025 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick. Donovan Mitchell is yet another star who has reportedly become available on the trade market this summer, and the Knicks are the team most interested in him apparently, so an offer like this appearing in the article makes a ton of sense. Since this has become a topic, Knicks fans have argued amongst themselves about what the price that they would be willing to pay would be, but this here seems to be pretty on the nose. Evan Fournier being included to make the money work, along with some enticing young players who aren't really established yet, provide potential to tap into to give the Jazz a package that they can work with long term as a potential rebuilding team. And then 4 first-round picks is right around where the market has been for stars over the past few seasons as well. If you're the Knicks, you do not even think twice about doing this deal, because Mitchell is one of the most productive scoring talents the league has to offer, he's a proven playoff performer, and the Knicks still need star talent if they want to actually compete in a tough Eastern Conference. This move alone may not be enough to get the Knicks into title contention, but it's a step in the right direction, and as long as they don't include RJ Barrett in the trade, then it's a win for them for sure. And finally, the last proposed trade we'll be reviewing from the article is between the Phoenix Suns and the Utah Jazz, and in it the Suns receive Bojan Bogdanovic in exchange for Jay Crowder, Landry Shamet, and a 2023 first-round pick. This one isn't necessarily as flashy or filled with star talent as the other trades we've discussed today, but if the Jazz are going into fire sale mode, then Bogdanovic will be a name that teams will want. Then, when you look at the Suns and where they could use some improvement, the power forward spot is what sticks out the most, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a match made in heaven. Jay Crowder has given the Suns good minutes as a gritty defensive player who serves as a spot-up shooter on offense, but the Suns as a whole collapsed in the playoffs because they needed more offensive firepower, and Bogdanovic is a clear upgrade over Crowder there. Bogdanovic is someone who scores nearly 20 points a night, averaging about 18 per game last season. He's knocked down at least 39% of his threes 5 years in a row, and he can be used as a secondary or even third scoring option to take some of the weight off of Devin Booker. Then for Utah, they will get back another first-round pick in this trade to add to their treasure chest from the Rudy Gobert trade that they made earlier, and afterwards they would be set to fully buy into a rebuild. The Suns have most of their core coming back next season, which is a good thing because they just finished the year with the best record in the league, but it's not good enough because of the way that they got eliminated from the playoffs. They clearly need at least one more piece to boost them even further, and Bogdanovic plays both a position of need for them and fits the criteria of what they're looking for, so I do like this one a lot. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think about these hypothetical trade offers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.